What if I told you that the most disaster-proof, energy-efficient, and surprisingly affordable home you can build in 2026 looks nothing like anything your neighbors have ever seen? An entire structural shell can be standing on your land in as little as 2 weeks. Right now, families across the country are walking away from overpriced subdivisions, suffocating mortgages, and the endless cycle of wood frame maintenance. They're choosing something radical, something rooted in World War II military engineering, but completely reimagined for modern living. Something that looks like a luxury loft on the inside and an architectural statement on the outside. They're building a Quonset Barndominium with a basement. When you combine a steel arch structure with a full below-grade basement, you're not just building a house. You're building a fortress, an investment, something your grandchildren will still be living in. In this video, I'm breaking down everything: the design, the structural science, the disaster resilience, the flexibility, and I'm giving you an honest, line-by-line cost breakdown, because nobody else in this space is being fully straight with you about what this actually costs to build. Stay until the end. That cost section alone could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Before we go any further, if you're new here, hit subscribe right now and tap the notification bell. And if this video gives you value, a quick like takes 2 seconds and helps more people find this information. Now let's get into it. What is a Quonset Barndominium with a basement? A Quonset hut is a prefabricated semi-cylindrical structure made from corrugated galvanized steel arches that bolt together on site. The design was developed by the U.S. Navy in World War II as a fast, portable, and incredibly durable shelter. Many of those original wartime structures are still standing today, over 7 decades later. That is not an accident. That is engineering. Fast forward to 2026. Builders and architects have taken that foundational concept and transformed it into something breathtaking. The modern Quonset Barndominium is a full residential home built around a steel arch kit, featuring open concept interiors, custom end walls with floor-to-ceiling windows, spray foam insulation, radiant floor heating, and finishes that rival any traditional luxury home. The 2026 evolution is placing these steel arch structures on top of a full-poured concrete, or ICF, Insulated Concrete Form basement, a virtually indestructible steel arch above ground, combined with reinforced concrete structure below. The result is a home built to outlast everything around it. Why the arch changes everything. The arch is the strongest shape in architecture. Think about ancient Roman aqueducts and Gothic cathedrals. Structures surviving thousands of years because the arch distributes load laterally rather than concentrating stress at a single point. Every pound of force applied to the top of a Quonset arch is redirected outward and downward along the curve. A properly engineered Quonset withstands hurricane-force winds exceeding 150 miles per hour and snow loads of 30 to 70 pounds per square foot. Unlike wood frame homes with dozens of individual structural connections, each one a potential failure point, the Quonset arch is a single continuous structural system. No rafters to separate, no ridge boards to crack. The arch is the wall and the roof simultaneously. Modern kits are manufactured from 14 to 26 gauge galvalume steel, a corrosion-resistant alloy significantly outperforming standard galvanized steel. Heavier gauges achieve yield strength of 80,000 KSI, placing in the same category as many commercial buildings. Compare that to the average wood frame home, vulnerable to termites, rot, mold, and fire, built on a structural system unchanged in 150 years. In a world of intensifying climate events, building with wood is starting to look less like tradition and more like a liability. The basement advantage. Historically, Quonset structures were built on simple concrete slabs, functional but limited. The 2026 evolution is a pairing of the steel arch with a full ICF basement, and this single decision unlocks a cascade of advantages. First, square footage. When you add a full basement to a 40 by 60 Quonset Barndominium, you go from 2,400 square feet to nearly 4,800 square feet of usable space, without adding a single square foot to your land footprint. That is transformative. Second, function. Above ground. The arch becomes your sanctuary, the airy, light-filled living space with soaring curved ceilings. Below ground. The basement handles a heavy lifting, mechanical systems, storage, and increasingly a fully finished accessory dwelling unit. An independent apartment for aging parents. A rental unit generating monthly income. A private suite for adult children. In an era where multi-generational living is one of the fastest-growing housing trends in America, this flexibility is genuinely priceless. Third, thermal efficiency. Ground temperature at depths of 6 to 8 feet stays between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit year-round across most of the U.S. Your basement stays naturally cooler in summer and warmer in winter. Pair this with ICF's built-in R22 insulation value, and you have a structure far ahead of conventional construction. ICF homeowners report utility costs around 3 cents per square foot monthly, compared to 10 cents for wood frame homes. Over 20 years, that difference becomes enormous. Disaster resilience. The Quonset Barndominium with a basement answers a question of home safety with authority. Above ground, the steel arch is completely non-combustible. No framing lumber to ignite, no wooden trusses to collapse. In wildfire regions, this alone justifies building with steel. The curved profile means wind doesn't grab the structure the way it attacks a flat wall. Wind loads are deflected around the curve, dramatically reducing lateral pressure. Below ground, your ICF basement is a certified refuge. FEMA has long recommended basement shelters as the safest location during a tornado. An ICF wall, reinforced concrete poured between 2 layers of rigid foam, is effectively a residential bunker once cured. These walls resist wind pressure, debris impact, flooding, and seismic activity at levels no wood frame construction can approach. Steel above, concrete below, 2 envelopes of protection. This is not just a home. It is a structure that keeps you alive when the worst happens. The honest cost breakdown. This is the section most creators avoid. I'm going to be fully straight with you. Using a realistic example, a 40 by 60 foot Quonset Barndominium with a full ICF basement, 2,400 square feet above grade, 2,400 square feet below. Quonset steel kit. Budget $45,000 to $55,000 for a solid mid-grade 40 by 60 residential kit with end walls and hardware. Raw kit prices range $14 to $28 per square foot, depending on gauge and supplier. ICF basement, the largest single investment. ICF construction runs $18 to $32 per square foot of wall area for a 40 by 60 footprint with 9-foot walls, roughly 1,800 square feet of wall area. Budget $33,000 to $57,000, including excavation, concrete, rebar, drainage, and waterproofing. Plan for $45,000 as a realistic midpoint. Site preparation. Land clearing and grading runs $5,000 to $15,000, depending on lot conditions and terrain. Erection labor. Over 75% of Quonset buyers DIY the arch erection. It is explicitly designed for owner assembly. Hiring a crew adds $24,000 to $48,000. DIY brings this to under $3,000 in equipment rental. Insulation. Closed cell spray foam, the gold standard for Quonset interiors, runs $5 to $12 per square foot installed. Budget $12,000 to $28,800 for 2,400 square feet of arch surface. Interior finishing. Framing, drywall, flooring, cabinetry, and fixtures for a mid-grade finish runs $30 to $60 per square foot. For 2,400 above-grade square feet, budget $72,000 to $144,000. Mechanical systems. Plumbing, electrical, and HVAC combined, budget $16,000 to $31,000. Permits and engineering. Budget $2,500 to $8,000, depending on your county. Total honest range. Low estimate, DIY heavy, modest finish approximately $190,000. Mid-range, balance approximately $260,000 to $300,000. High estimate, fully contracted, premium finish approximately $387,000. Here's a number that should stop you. The median price of a new single-family home in the U.S. crossed $513,000 in late 2024. For roughly half that figure, you can own a more durable, more energy-efficient, and more disaster-resistant structure with nearly double the square footage. The math is undeniable. Flexibility and long-term value. Because there are zero load-bearing interior walls inside the arch, you have complete design freedom and the ability to redesign years later when your life changes. The curved ceiling, reaching 14 to 20 feet at the peak depending on arch width, give the interior quality that feels both dramatic and intimate. Add a loft level. Run a staircase to the finished basement ADU below. Design a workshop, studio, or private office with its own entrance. The Quonset Barndominium doesn't just accommodate your lifestyle. It anticipates where life might take you next. Long-term ownership compounds in your favor. Steel kits carry warranties of 40 to 50 years with real-world lifespans exceeding 70 years. No shingles to replace at $15,000 every 20 years. No wood siding to rot. No termite treatments. ICF basement walls will not crack or bow the way conventional block foundations eventually do. The ongoing maintenance burden is minimal. Your time is your most valuable asset. Is it right for you? In the interest of full transparency, there are real challenges. Financing can be more complex. Many traditional lenders are unfamiliar with steel arch construction, which may require construction to permanent loan or a lender specializing in alternative builds. Zoning and permitting vary by county. Rural areas welcome alternative construction with minimal friction, while urban jurisdictions may require additional documentation. And the curved interior requires creative thinking for furniture placement near the arch edges, though modified S-model or P-model Quonsets with straight side walls largely resolve this. Weigh those challenges against what you're getting. Structural superiority, energy efficiency, disaster resilience, spatial flexibility, and economics that conventional home building cannot match. The Quonset Barndominium with a basement is not the easiest path, not the most conventional, but in 2026, it may be the smartest path available to anyone serious about building a home that truly works, financially, structurally, and generationally. The arch in the earth, steel above, concrete below, built to endure, designed to live in, made for the future. Think about what it means to build something that outlasts trends, inflation, and a housing market that has left millions priced out entirely. The Quonset Barndominium with a basement is not a compromise. It is a genuinely superior way to build, one that rewards you financially in the short term and structurally over a lifetime. The people doing this in 2026 are not settling. They are winning. Drop a comment below. Are you already planning one of these, or is this the first time you're hearing about it? Hit like if this gave you real value. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.